Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the fifth episode of the Crash Course in Autocad. In this episode, we will exclusively talk about the jobs in Autocad. You know that if you learn the AutoCAD software in different levels, and if you acquire the skill in working in AutoCAD, and if you are an expert in AutoCAD, you have plenty of job opportunities. So today's episode is exclusively focused in that particular topic. Okay. Now, before moving on to the topic, I would like to introduce myself. This self-introduction will be quick and it is meant for those who were not present in the last sessions. My name is Mohammad Sabeer. I'm a mechanical engineer by qualification. I've been working as a CAD trainer and consultant for almost 30 years, and I have executed several 3D visualization projects for civil engineers and architects. And I presently I'm working as a training partner in AutoCAD with Internshala, and I've trained more than 30,000 students online. We have two courses in AutoCAD, a basic course and an advanced course. Then I have a YouTube channel with the name Sabeer CAD with more than 1.78 lakh subscribers. So that's all about me. Now, in the last sessions, we have started with what AutoCAD is all about. Then we have seen the introduction to AutoCAD commands. Then we have seen the AutoCAD drawing for beginners that was dealt with in or during Wednesday. And yesterday, we have seen the procedure to convert a 2D floor plan to a 3D drawing. And today is topic of discussion is jobs in AutoCAD. We will see the different prospects or job opportunities in AutoCAD. Okay. Now, just welcome to the topic job prospects in AutoCAD. In fact, we have jobs in India and abroad related with AutoCAD. Okay. And if you learn AutoCAD, you will surely get a job in any of the top 21 infrastructural companies, such as Reliance Infrastructure, L&T, Lodha, HCC, NCC, etc. in India, as well as in a number of multinational companies around the world. Okay, there are plenty of chances, there are plenty of opportunities for those with the knowledge of AutoCAD in MNCs around the world. We will see all that. As the country grows, there will be scope for infrastructural projects, right? Any growing country will have plenty of scope for infrastructural projects. And India is a growing country, as we know, and definitely there is scope. Let us see, as the country grows, there will be infrastructural projects such as residences, apartments, hospitals, universities, schools, dams, roads and bridges, airport, metro, industrial projects, and interior projects. These are some of the possibilities, some of the areas wherein a person with knowledge in AutoCAD can be accommodated, can be given a job opportunity. Now, and there is a huge demand for manpower with the knowledge of AutoCAD, as I said, in all these areas. These are all some examples, but a lot of other areas. There are a lot of other areas as well. Now, let us see the step to get a job in AutoCAD. Okay, so what are the different steps if you want to get a secure job in AutoCAD? What are the different steps? As all of us are aware, we have to learn AutoCAD software from an expert. Okay, you should acquire the skill from an expert. See, there are two different ways of learning or acquiring any skill. Okay, if you acquire a skill from a person who's an expert in it, that is one way of doing it. Or else you can go for something called self-exploration. Okay, you can. There are plenty of helps available and so resources available, such as YouTube and a lot of the documents you can download and learn. Then you can start your own self-exploration or self-learning. But what difference does it actually make when you learn from an expert? That trainer, okay, from whom you learn AutoCAD should also be a consultant. That's also very important because you can see various. There are several faculties in AutoCAD or in any subject who are mere trainers. Okay. But if a trainer is also a consultant in that particular topic, what difference does it actually make? What's a job done by a consultant? A consultant actually implements the subject by doing projects. Okay, the consultant actually executes project by making use of the knowledge of the subject. So if such a person who's a consultant, when he conducts class, what difference does it actually make? He can make the class very interesting by quoting live examples. Okay, any subject, if you learn, whether it is engineering or any subject, if you learn that as a mere theory, it won't make any sense. Okay, but along with that theory, if the application of that particular topic or the theory is also introduced, the subject will be more interesting, isn't it? Then you will feel that, okay, fine, this particular topic has got this application. So that's the importance of it. And this is how it is used in the industry. Okay. So such type of training makes huge difference. Such faculties will definitely be able to motivate the students, right? So that's important. But nowadays, as I said, as I've told you before, a faculty will be a mere faculty because he won't, in our situation, in the present scenario, he won't get a chance to do a project, or he won't be associated with the industry. Not all, but most of the faculties. Okay. But if a profession, if a person is professional in AutoCAD, and if he's working as a consultant in our country, he'll go and teach this in the classroom. You know why? Because he'll be always busy, right? He's a professional. He's got ample amount of projects to work, so he won't get a chance to go to the classroom and share his knowledge with the students, isn't it? And that is one reason. Then he should have an aptitude for teaching. That's also important. A person will have very good skill in doing projects using AutoCAD, but he may not be a good teacher if he goes to the classroom. If these two skills are combined, and if you get such a teacher, then you are really fortunate. That is my own experience, because I also had such gurus in my life. Okay. I came across with such gurus, they were actually my motivators. Okay. Oh, that is it. Then you should learn from such a person, such a faculty. Then you should also get a certificate. The course which you do should be a certificate course. Okay. Because then only you will have a proof. You should have a valid proof with you that you have done the course, right? For that, the certification is required. And you should do that course from a recognized training center. You should get a certification. That course can be, you have two options nowadays to do a course. You can either do that course as an online course or as an offline course. Okay. That means you can go to the classroom, you can go to a training center and learn it, or you can sit in front of the computer and learn it. Okay. Well, that is a difference. But which one do you prefer and why? Personally, in the current situation, I recommend online training, because people were a bit reluctant to do online training before, at least before the corona. You know why? Because they have a feel. Even now, some of the students have got the same feel that in front of the acquiring a knowledge by sitting in front of the computer will not be complete. They won't get the feel of a classroom and all that. In the classroom, they have a direct interaction with the faculty. Such advantages there. But see, the online training, the main advantage is you can sit at the comfort of your home and learn any topic under the sky. That is the main advantage. You can learn wherever you are and whenever you want, right? This flexibility of time and space you won't get in classroom training. In the classroom training, as you know, you have to go to you should stick to stipulated class hours, right? You have to go, for example, if you go to a training center and learn, you will be allotted 3 hour session. Suppose if it is from 10 to 1, you should be there in the exact timing. Okay. And you should stick to that time. Once that course is over, then that's over. You won't get a chance to interact with the faculty and all that. Whereas in online training, you can learn as you wish, as long as the course is open. But in most of the online courses, you will get a chance to download the lessons after the class, after the course. Then you can refer it whenever you want. In our course, the same facility is available. So you will never lose you'd always get a chance to brush up the topics throughout your lifetime, I'll say. Okay, so that way online is preferred and it's cheap. Okay, cost wise, if you compare, it costs just a fraction of offline training, the cost wise. Okay, then that is a second step. First step, learn from an expert, get certified. Okay, and the next step is do maximum projects. Once you acquire the skill, then you should do maximum projects. Okay, you should work. Okay, then only you will get that competence, you will get that skill. Okay, in the last sessions I've shown you some examples of creating 2D drawings and 3D models and all that. Okay, whether it is two-dimensional drafting or 3D modeling, any skill related to AutoCAD, if you want to be proficient and confident in it, you should practice. Okay, every day you should make it a habit of doing at least a drawing or a model, so that you will get a chance to brush up all the commands. It's just like learning a language. Even if you are familiar with all the words, even if you have a rich vocabulary, okay, suppose if you're trying to master the English language, okay, because I've gone through the same process because I have studied in Malayalam medium, my own regional language, then it took me quite some time to switch over to English. Okay, so what I've done is I have learned a number of words to improve the vocabulary. So after learning the words, what I've done is I've then I got an idea that even if you have a rich amount of vocabulary, unless and until you know the skill to combine these words to make sentences, you won't be able to communicate properly, right? So you should learn the skill of combining the words. Similarly, in AutoCAD, you should learn the skill of combining the commands to execute a task. Okay, so if you want to do a task in AutoCAD, there are hundreds of ways. There are several ways, I'll say, to implement a task. If you want to create a drawing in AutoCAD, you can do it in different ways. But your ability is in identifying that particular path of least resistance. Means you should learn that effective, technique, the most effective technique to do it. And how will you get that technique? How will you learn that technique? That technique you will learn from an expert. That is the reason why you go to a guru to learn any skill, because guru will be an expert in that topic, right? Which that guru must have undergone several years of experimentations to learn that. But in the training, the guru is sharing with you within a few hours what all things he has acquired over a period of time. So you will get the leverage of time and effort. You can save a lot of time and effort, right? That is advantage. So that's what I said. Then do maximum projects. Then you make a good portfolio. You know what is portfolio? Portfolio is a group of your works. You after doing all the projects, you keep all these projects in a particular folder or as a PDF file. Okay. Then wherever you go, that is the next step. That's the last step. You apply for a job and attend to interviews. So you can apply for jobs. There is online jobs are there. Then there are offline jobs. You attend interviews. But if you want to be perfect, if you want to impress the interviewer, there are two things. One is your fluency in English is very important, especially if you want to get a job in multinational companies. Okay, then your communication skills also very important. Okay, even if you are fully knowledgeable in CAD, even if you have a good knowledge in CAD, you should be in a position to communicate most effectively with the interviewer to impress him. And that communication skill is very essential. But sadly, nowadays, engineering students are lacking this particular capability. They are good in their subject, but they don't know how to express. That part you should take care of. You should overcome. For that, there are some techniques to overcome all that. You can do that. It's all not that difficult. Okay. Every day, make it a habit of speaking in English. Watch some English movies or whatever it is. There are some techniques. If I deal with all that, I'll be moving away from our mainstream topic, which is a job opportunity related with AutoCAD. But remember, this skill is very important, communication skill. Now let's see the types of jobs that are available related with AutoCAD. Okay, you can work as a draftsman. Okay, that is a basic job, AutoCAD draftsman. What's the job of an AutoCAD draftsman? They'll be creating drawings, just making 2D drawings. That's the job of a draftsman. depending upon your field of specialization, civil, mechanical, electrical, or in any field. It is not limited to engineering field. Okay, because AutoCAD is a general purpose software that can be used in any area. Wherever there is drawing, you can draft with AutoCAD. Wherever there is drawing, that need not necessarily be a civil, mechanical, or electrical. The last day I told you about a dress designing. Dress designing, you can use AutoCAD for dress designing. You can make AutoCAD for product designing. If you want to design any product, like a hair dryer is an example of a product, okay, or a wash basin, any product can be designed using AutoCAD. So that is it. That's the first job. For AutoCAD draftsman, I'll tell you, in our country, in India, I think we'll get, in the current scenario, we'll get around 10 to 20, 25,000 rupees as salary, depending upon the firm again. Okay. I can't tell you any specific salary, but that is, some firm will give 10,000 rupees. There are firms who pay 25K for just for a draftsman. Okay, if it is a good firm. Then there is a second job as a 3D visualizer. 3D visualizer means you can just make 3D of anything. If you are a civil engineer, make a 3D house, as I've shown you in the last session. Apartments, any civil object. You can, if you can dream it, you can materialize it. That's what I say. If you can dream, if you can imagine anything, you can make that object in 3D using AutoCAD, if you learn 3D modeling. Okay, so that is the job of a 3D visualizer. A 3D visualizer job is a little more lucrative, more payment you get in that. Starts with around 25K to 50 to 75K annual. You will get, depending upon again the firm wherein you get the job. I'm just talking about the scenario in India right now. Okay. Then there is another job as an estimation engineer. You can make the drawing in AutoCAD, then you can take an estimate of the total cost of any project. There is another area, another opportunity. You can work as an estimation engineer. Then there is AutoCAD landscaping engineer. That is, if you are good at landscaping, you can make landscaping drawing and all. You know what is landscaping? Where the lawns are to be planted, how creepers are to be planted, how the pavement tiles are to be kept, and things like that. Anything related with that is outside the civil project, that is the land, any decorative work you do, that is landscaping. There is scope for a landscaping engineer. Then there is AutoCAD MEP engineer. That is another opportunity. Mechanical, electrical, plumbing engineers. Suppose for an industrial drawing, if you want to make, then you have to learn MEP drafting. Okay, that is, first you learn the AutoCAD basic drafting, then you can learn MEP drafting. So there is scope for MEP engineer. Then there is AutoCAD designer. You can work as an AutoCAD designer. That means you can customize the software. I just gave you an idea about what customization is. You can change the software as per your requirement by using it, and you can create custom programs. You can create custom commands. Okay, you can make your own commands in AutoCAD. For that, you should learn Lisp and VB, Visual Basic. After making the program, you can run the program within AutoCAD, inside AutoCAD, and you will get some fantastic results. Okay, so an example I've told you already. For dress designing, I've made a software. If you input the measurement of a customer, automatically the dress pattern, AutoCAD will draw the dress pattern for you within few seconds. Then another example is for an electrical engineer. If you can do electrical system design by making a program inside AutoCAD. Okay, that program will ask you for the load conditions, how many load is coming, and regarding the total area of the project and all that. Then circuit diagram will be automatically created by the software. You don't have to manually make it. So these are all some of few examples of Lisp program implementation. Then you'll also get a job of an interior designer, because AutoCAD is an excellent tool with which you can manage the interior spacing and all that. Okay, that is called facility management. If you are given a space, then you can put some furnitures, then you can rearrange the furnitures, okay, and you can reach on to the most optimum space management in the using the software. So otherwise, you will find it very difficult to manually do it, right? For that, you have to construct that room, Then you have to keep the furnitures at different positions. Then you have to move the furnitures manually. All these things is not required. Whatever you do manually can be done using AutoCAD, and you can save a lot of time and effort. Then you can also visualize the interior, okay, using AutoCAD. So you'll in the last session I've shown you an interior view, okay, into lighting conditions, right? You can also simulate the different types of lighting effects for the interior, daylight, evening light, and any time of a day. You can specify, and the software will create lights accordingly. Okay, so facility management, interior design, then interior visualization can be done. So there are opportunities related with these areas, and for those, and if you know all these skills, you will get very good job and you can work as an interior designer. Then there is always scope for freelance consultant. That means you can go for take freelance consultancy work. You don't have to go for a job anywhere. If you have the skill, you can make a good portfolio and make a website and publish your portfolio in the website, give an advertisement in online media. So then you will get job online and you can work sitting at home, okay, in your home office. Then you can execute projects. Okay, yeah, that is the job of a freelance consultant. Then there is always scope for AutoCAD faculties, right? If you know you are good at AutoCAD, and if you have acquired the skill, the complete software, if you have learned, and if you have good communication skills, then you can also work as a faculty. There are plenty of opportunities for good AutoCAD faculties in training centers. Okay, there are good salary, you will get good pay. Okay, then you will also get a chance to learn other software once you go to the training center and work as an AutoCAD faculty. Then the last but not the least, you can also start a good training center, right? If you can invest some money and if you have some space, then you can start an AutoCAD training center, offline training, or you can also do online training. So these are all some of the possibilities, okay, that came to my mind. Then I've just noted down these possibilities, but there are n number of possibilities and job opportunities related with AutoCAD. Okay, then I'll show you some of the projects I have done related with AutoCAD. Okay, few projects. This is a double-storied. It's a four-level house. Okay, that is created using AutoCAD and visualized. And this is again another residence design. This is a design of a convention center. This is another residence. Different types of residences with different roofing conditions. You can see. This is a hostel, and it is constructed at different levels. This is an apartment, and the lighting is done with a dusk lighting, evening lighting is given. Again, another residence. This is an interior space, fully lighted up. This is another residence. This is a row house scheme. Okay, row house, typical houses, the township. This is again one of such example. Then I'll show you an aerial view. This is an aerial view. Okay, if you want to capture such a shot from a height of a helicopter, from an aerial space, then it is highly expensive, right? Here we are creating everything in 3D. Then you can take the camera to any desired height and capture views. This is a chapel. No, this is a cathedral. Let's say cathedral. This is a mosque. See, I'll show you a difference. Say an architect has drawn like this. This is a manual drafting. Okay. just manual drafting. He's done. And this is the same project visualized in 3D. See what difference it makes. You can see that the difference, right? This and this view makes huge difference, right? This is very realistic. This will appear as if it is really there. Okay, that is 3D visualization. After applying all finishes, materials and all that, it is done. Okay, with the perfect lighting. Fine. Now we will move on to questions. You can ask me if you have any queries, you can ask me. It can be anything related to AutoCAD. Yes, come on. Sir, entry level salary, is it good for AutoCAD? Yes. Entry level salary is good. Entry level you will get around 10K to start with. Okay. Then again, depends on the firm. If it is a good firm, and outside and all, salary scale is totally different. Okay. In Gulf countries and all, for a beginner, you will get around 50K for an AutoCAD draftsman. And for a 3D visualizer, again, it's 4 times what we get here. You'll get around 1 lakh to 2 lakh. What is the BIM software? BIM software is a building information modeling. That is a new technology. Once you work in BIM software, then you will get parallel, along with the drawing, you can also take estimate. You can also get a whole lot of documentation like bill of material and all that. There are some examples for BIM. Revit is an example for BIM. There is a software called BricsCAD. That is again a total solution in which you can do 2D, 3D, BIM and all that. So there are a few BIM softwares available in the market. Knowledge of BIM is also, it's really useful to get a job. Any other queries? That need not necessarily be today's topic. It can be anything that comes to your mind related with CAD or AutoCAD, or related to the training. We have 2 courses here, right? With which, using which you can learn, you can acquire the skill. We have a basic course in which you can learn 2D drafting and basics of 3D. Then we have an advanced course in which you can learn complete 3D visualization project based. Last 2 minutes to go. Yes, resolve your doubts. Yes, come on. We don't have much time to think, to ask queries. Sachin is asking, sir, AutoCAD software downloaded by crack version or full version? We are not supposed to use any crack software, okay? Because there are a lot of issues with crack software. But you can, if you're a student, you can download the latest version of AutoCAD, student version you can download, or you can try out 1 month trial version you can download free if you're not a student. Yes, today's certificate will provide that Internshala will tell you whether for the crash course, whether or not you will get the certificate. You will be communicated. Okay, so that's all about the software. Because for the AutoCAD actual version is a bit expensive. It is around 90,000 rupees per year you have to pay. So what is the difference between AutoCAD different versions? The different versions mean each version will have some new enhancement. Okay. In 2013 we have the 2023 we have the latest version, that is 2023. They'll add some new features. Okay, that doesn't mean that you're not supposed to use the previous versions, but if you download from the website, whether it is a trial version or a student version, you'll get a chance to work in the latest version. But if you have the version which is 5-year-old and all that, it's fine. From AutoCAD 2016 version onwards, AutoCAD hasn't changed much. Okay. But sir, 1 month validity of AutoCAD, is it 1 month validity is the validity of the trial version? Sachin, if you are a student, you can download the student version of it. That is 1 year validity it has got, student version. Okay, can we? He's asking a funny question. Okay, fine. Thank you so much for your participation. I hope to see you in the course. Okay? Thanks a lot.
ये क्या हाल बना रखा है?
इंजीनियरिंग तो पढ़ ली लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल नहीं सीखे। करता कुछ हूँ होता कुछ और है। भाई इस बार ना मेरा फेल होना पक्का है।
ऐसी पढ़ाई का क्या मतलब जिसमें हो नो प्रैक्टिकल्स? चुपचाप जाओ इंटर्नशाला ट्रेनिंग्स पे। यहाँ है 3D प्रिंटिंग, रियल SI वेब एंड ऐप डेवलपमेंट, प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग वाली ट्रेनिंग्स। ट्रेनिंग सेलेक्ट करो और थ्योरी के साथ प्रैक्टिकल भी सीखो। इंटर्नशाला ट्रेनिंग्स, शुरुआत यहीं से।